So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, it's understandable when, just normal men in society come in contact with a celebrity or see a celebrity chick somewhere and, they may be a tad bit overwhelmed. Not all of us can maintain our composure or value ourselves to the point where no matter who a woman is or what she does, we still view ourselves as, being on an elevated level above her. But when a celebrity, a famous guy, goes goo-goo gaga over a celebrity chick publicly in the display of, I'm talking about Sahara Desert thirst, even to the point of disrespecting the man who married that woman, then that represents an issue. And it just goes to show that you can take a simp out of a simp environment and put him in a more successful, more positive environment, but you can never take the simp out of the guy. He's going to be a simp if that's what he is. Now, Sway of Shady 4-5, of the Sway in the Morning show, very popular show, not one of my favorite channels on Sirius, but I do listen to it from time to time. And also, he was Eminem's partner in the 8 Mile movie. So, he's done his part for the culture. And also there's the famous Kanye rant, you don't know Sway, you think you know, but you don't know. But this display of thirst is egregious. Even going so far as to put his hands on this man's wife. Even after this woman told him, now, wait a minute now, you don't want to get in trouble. I'm married. He didn't care. The amount of thirst he showed just goes to show, man, that he's one of those guys who got money and fame, man, and probably still can't get no bad chicks because he don't have the confidence to think he deserves them. So he'd rather just do things like this. Never, ever disrespect another man by coming at his wife in this type of way. Because regardless of what you think about the woman, that man married her, so that's his wife. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, before we play this video clip, let me keep it a buck with y'all. I'm not putting all the blame for this on Sway. She's the one who married the man. So when you see what she does, you'll see, we'll talk about it in a minute. Let's take a look at this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Better when you sit, you get like a
wow. Can I touch
belly.
anything? What can I?
360 view. Be careful.
Okay.
I'm married. You don't want,
Wow. Oh my God. It's real, right? Your butt is real.
Yes. Sit back down. That is real.
No, people get shots and stuff. That's all.
Oh, honey, I don't have time for shots
Okay.
and stuff.
No shots and
My
stuff.
butt is real. It runs in the fam.
It felt great, too. Felt really great. You're smelling good. Is that unbreakable
Thank you.
love you're wearing?
Unbreakable love.
Is that unbreakable love?
Now, what you see in this short clip, man, is a man who is goo-goo gaga over a woman being in his presence. Who knows what type of flirting went on off camera or whatever. But what I do know is here's a man who wants to touch a woman's body, who wants to see her body. They're obviously talking about her body, which is all she probably has to talk about. Any woman who talks about her body has nothing else to talk about. Any woman who talks about her beauty has nothing else to talk about. Any woman who talks about anything physical understands that everything she represents is physical. But guess what? There's no problem with that. Because when it all boils down to value, her physicality is one of her greatest value points. But here's the thing. As she was saying, well, be careful, I got a husband. She was still standing up, letting him touch her body. Now I know some beta male semi Johnny gonna come in here and say, "Well, to the BOA, there ain't no big deal at all to the BOA. They touch my woman body all the time to the BOA. Sometimes they do it in front of me to the BOA, but I don't care because what my woman tell me, I trust my woman, believe everything she say. What my woman tell me is that what I want her if no other man wanted her. Think about it. I say, no, I wouldn't want a woman no other man want. So I let men touch her and prove and show that they want her to be away. Sometimes she even go out on dates with them to be away. And she tell me she don't do nothing because they just friends, man. It's just a friend named Hubert to be away. Let me tell you something.
You and the men like you, Dr. BOA, gotta let these women be free. It don't matter if she your wife, it don't matter if she your girlfriend, it don't matter what she did to you, Dr. BOA. You gotta let the woman be a free woman and live like a single woman. And the reward you get is that sometimes she come home to you and let you cook for her, and let you rub her feet, and let you give her a massage, Dr. BOA, and let you get your blow up. Now, I'm gonna tell you, that may not be nothing to you, but to real men like me, that is a lot.
Okay, sucker, unsubscribe. But before you go, let me tell you this. You already know that other men want your woman. That's why you want her. You see, men too many times believe that it doesn't matter what level a man puts a woman on in his life. If you view her as something else, then you can treat her like something else. And this is one of the greatest issues that we have in this society, because as you see, a woman is not going to stand up on principle and do the right thing. She's going to let a man touch her. Here's the thing. All you guys out there who are married, none of you can guarantee that your woman wouldn't have done this unless you put her in that situation. I guarantee her husband had no idea his wife would be on this show, man, on a public show, public platform, being felt up by the host as he's gawking and goo-goo gaga over her. And Sway pretends to portray this level of proficient, high caliber existence. And all he was right here is a groupie. 100% groupie. So here's the thing. This is the type of activity that leads to a woman using you to get the things she can't get from her husband. So if she doesn't enjoy intimacy with her husband, she can come get you as a side dude. This is side dude behavior. When you see a man act like this with a woman, he wouldn't have any problem being a side dude, at least to that woman. This is side dude behavior. I couldn't wait to see you. I'm so glad I saw you. When am I going to be able to see you more? And you got to capitalize on whatever time you have with her, because you know you can only get the time that she can get away from the dude. This is prototypical side dude behavior. And here's the thing. We can say, well, it's the woman's fault. But how are we going to lead if we blame the woman? See, leaders don't blame those under them. Leaders don't blame their subordinates. Leaders blame themselves for picking those subordinates. Or leaders blame themselves for not being able to properly lead those subordinates, or not gauging those subordinates' potential or propensity to work hard or not. It's up to Sway to make the right moves when it comes to that woman. And we're not children anymore. We're not little boys in high school, so we can't live by the dodge. Well, I just want to show him what type of scallywag he got. We grown men, dog. It's not your job to do anything with a man's wife to prove to him his wife ain't nothing. Because the very time you do that, then guess what? Whatever woman is in your life, she'll have the same opportunity to prove that she ain't nothing, and she'll fail as well. You cannot blame the things that you do with a woman on the woman. Because if you're a leader, like you say you are, all you men who always say, well, we always blame men. We blame the men for everything the women do. No, in every situation, in your individual situations with a woman, whatever goes wrong, it comes back to a decision you made. Stand up and be a man. Stop talking like you a man and really be a man. You sound like a little boy if a woman forced you to do something. You sound like a child if a woman coerced you into doing something, if a woman led you into doing something. That woman didn't lead Sway into doing this. He could have kept his hands to himself. There were other women in there. He could let the women talk about that. But no, an opportunity comes to be thirsty, and you realize that the woman you got at home ain't fine no more. Oh yeah, you're going to go haywire. And not only is she not fine, you trying to stick to the mantra of only having one woman. So you stuck. A woman come around you, man, look halfway decent, man. You like, oh man, she is the most beautiful woman I ever seen. Look at that body. It don't matter how much she paid to get that body done. Look at it. And then you do crazy things like this. This is an egregious display of thirst, man. We're not even talking about the fact that the woman allowed him to do it. Plenty of married women will allow you to sleep with them. You gonna do it? Yeah, I know some of you guys will, but not in the alpha sphere. We're not gonna do that. You know how many offers I get, man, from married women, man, throughout the course of a month? Because a woman's going to do what she wants to do. She's going to do what validates her. Her husband may not be as popular as Sway. Her husband probably ain't got a platform as big as Sway. If he is, he may be richer than Sway, but he doesn't have the type of popularity or platform that Sway has. So she has an opportunity to do what she's doing on a popular platform and get this type of validation from Sway on his show. Shade 4-5? Sway in the morning show? Come on, man. Validation rules a woman's nation. Her occupation, full-time occupation, is to chase and receive validation. We know this. So it's up to a man to make sure that he doesn't become a validator of women, a worshiper of women, that he doesn't give a woman something she didn't earn. And there's nothing another woman can earn from you just by showing up. As a matter of fact, there's nothing another woman can earn from you, period. You have guys here talking about, man, ain't nothing wrong with giving a woman a compliment. Why would you be around here giving random women compliments? Don't you know after a certain point, man, a woman tunes out that stuff? She starts to feel obligated to get that stuff. You know, the bottom line is, man, you got too many men that are simps out here, man, trying to lead men down the road of simpdom. I want to act like ain't no such thing as simping. Ain't no such thing as being a beta male provider. Ain't no such thing as being Mr. Softy. Ain't nobody in the world that's soft and weak and happy all the time. Not a man. You can't be. Life is a battle for control of your soul. So ain't no way you can be, happy lucky all the time. Because when you're happy lucky all the time, you ain't focusing. You're living in a paradise. And it'll cause you to do things like this. There's no difference in this than telling some other man's wife how beautiful and attractive she is. Because we're men. When we see an attractive woman, if a woman is attractive to us, man, it's a sexual connotation to that with us. Very few of us just look at a woman and she's so attractive that we have to tell her she's attractive. We only tell women that when we're attracted to them. And sometimes you'll see the ring on the woman's finger. Well, she may have a bad day. Maybe her and her husband got into it. What in the world that got to do with you? What a woman issues with her husband got to do with you, chump? You the reason that women feel like they don't have to invest all they have to get, all they need to in order to get what they need to get from their husband in their relationship. Because they could get a little bit of that from you. What we're talking about here, man, is thirst. Thirst and disrespect of other men. Because there is no reason for you to be giving another man's woman any validation at all. And any woman you see in public could be another man's woman. So if you want to approach her and talk to her, find out if she has someone, fine. But just to be walking around throwing out compliments and possibly even touching a woman like Sway did, when Sway knows this woman is married. She told him she was married before he touched her. He couldn't control himself because he doesn't understand the damage he's doing to his soul and the damage he's doing to the psyche of young men who are watching him in this egregious display of thirst. Somebody give this boy a count and make sure you keep him filled up. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.